Walk down the most exclusive streets in the world, and you might completely miss them. No towering gates, no grand driveways, just a quiet patch of ground, a humble door, or a simple hillside. And beneath it, an empire of luxury most people will never know exists. These are the underground mansions rewriting everything we thought we knew about wealth and privacy. Tonight, we count down 10 of the most breathtaking subterranean estates on the planet, invisible from the street, priceless beyond imagination. Number 10. The Iceberg House, Kensington, London. London's wealthy couldn't build up, so they built down. In Kensington, strict planning laws protect the Victorian skyline, but nothing protects what's beneath it. These iceberg houses show almost nothing above ground, yet hide worlds below. Beneath one such property, a private cinema, a full swimming pool, a wine cellar holding 3,000 bottles, and staff quarters rivaling a boutique hotel. The basement dwarfed the surface by 3 to 1. Neighbors only found out when the ground started vibrating. Planning permission alone runs into the millions. And yet, the waiting list never gets shorter. Number 9. The Villa Vowles, Switzerland. From the road, you see nothing but green alpine hillside. No building, no structure, just grass and wildflowers. Then you spot it, a circular entrance bored directly into the rock. Inside, Villa Vowles unfolds across 7 rooms of precision Swiss craftsmanship, with floor-to-ceiling views across the valley, while remaining completely invisible from above. Designed by Search and Christian Mueller, it sits in the shadow of Peter Zumthor's famous thermal baths. It sells for north of 8 million Swiss francs. For those who can afford it, disappearing into a mountain is the ultimate luxury. Number 8. The Moscow Bunker Estates, Russia. Russia's oligarchs are famous for showing off above ground. Below ground, they're even more ambitious and far more secretive. Converted from Soviet-era civil defense tunnels or purpose-built in secret, these estates extend up to 12 stories beneath Moscow's most prestigious streets. One documented estate covers 20,000 square feet underground, marble ballroom, private shooting range, decontamination suite, and its own power grid capable of running for a year without outside contact. The building on the surface? A dry cleaning business, estimated value north of $50 million. The transaction? Cash. Untraceable. Number 7. The Abo Residence, New Mexico. In the high desert 2 hours south of Albuquerque, a Cold War missile silo became a $30 million private estate. The surface reveals a concrete structure the size of a single-car garage. The elevator inside drops 15 stories. What opens below spans 18,000 square feet, 12-foot ceilings, Italian stone floors, a commercial kitchen, a rotating art collection, and a natural year-round temperature of 68 degrees that eliminates the need for air conditioning entirely. Water comes from a private artesian well bored deep below the silo floor. From the road, it looks abandoned. That's exactly the point. Number 6. The Oppidum, Czech Republic. Marketed as the world's largest private underground residence, the Oppidum was built by the Soviet military as a nuclear command center beneath the Bohemian countryside. The surface spans 13 acres, but underground, carved into solid granite, it covers 77,000 square feet. Blast-resistant walls 2 meters thick. Air filtration that scrubs chemical and biological agents. Enough food and fuel for the owner's community for 10 years. Inside, a spa, an indoor garden with artificial daylight, a cinema, suites for 50 guests. It was offered to a single buyer for approximately $1 billion. From the countryside above, you'd never guess what sleeps beneath your feet. Number 5. The Girard Estate, Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills doesn't do subtle, except here. Behind a narrow residential lot, a modest single-story structure hides one of the city's most extraordinary properties. A glass staircase inside drops visitors into 14,000 square feet across 3 underground levels. The lowest sits beneath the water table, kept dry by pumps running 24 hours a day. Its crown jewel, a 60-foot lap pool with a transparent ceiling that glows faintly through the garden above at night. The only hint from the street that anything exists below. The property last changed hands off market for an estimated $45 million. Number 4. The Invisible House, Joshua Tree. In a desert where things disappear into heat shimmer, this house goes further. Clad entirely in mirrored stainless steel, it reflects the Mojave in every direction until you're nearly standing on it. But the real story is below. Underground chambers hold a temperature-controlled art vault, a private screening room, and a meditation space with walls of natural granite that were never excavated. The rooms were built around the rock. Listed at $18 million, it sold within weeks, reportedly to a tech executive who never confirmed the purchase. In Joshua Tree, that kind of silence fits right in. Number 3. The Penthouses Below, London, Zaha. Hadid's name defines bold, soaring architecture, but one of her final projects went the opposite direction. Beneath a London development linked to her practice, subterranean residences called Sky Suites sit 20 feet below the pavement, no windows to the street. Light arrives through mirrored shafts from rooftop collectors, distributed through fiber optics embedded in the ceilings, flooding the space with natural light that dims as the sun moves. Known comparable sales, 12 to 20 million pounds. The residents? Consistent with the theme of this entire list. Never publicly identified. Number 2, the Hang Nga Extension, Vietnam. Every day, tourists photograph the crazy house in Da Lat, Vietnam, one of Southeast Asia's most iconic buildings. What none of them know is that the visible structure is less than half the property. Beneath the volcanic soil, accessible only through a hidden door in the kitchen, lies a network of private chambers excavated quietly since the 1990s. Art installations. A generational family archive. Guest suites reserved for dignitaries and artists. Never photographed, never valued. The family has declined every inquiry. It is simply one of the greatest architectural secrets in the world. Number 1, the Billionaire Bunker, Palm Beach. From the street, it's nothing. A gated property, thick hedges, no roofline worth noting. But beneath a quiet stretch of Palm Beach real estate, 40 feet below the Florida water table, lies a property that has become legend among brokers and wealth managers along the entire eastern seaboard. Decontamination Suite, year-round medical facility. Cinema, commercial kitchen for 100 guests. Permanent staff quarters for 12. Private suites that have hosted heads of state, tech billionaires, and at least one sitting European royal. The property has changed hands twice. Neither sale appears in any public database. Estimated value, $150 million. You would drive right past it. You probably already have. 10 properties, 10 fortunes. 10 secrets buried beneath the ground we walk on every day. Underground luxury isn't coming. It's already here, thriving, and designed to be the last thing you'd ever notice. Which one would you choose? Drop it in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one.